Hi everybody and welcome to Axion Token channel in the house. Man, we got a show for you today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I didn't even tell the guests that are going to be in the house. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a few people in the chat though, so let's get straight into it. And I'm going to pull them in, but let's check it out. Look at that Axion website. Does that look good or what? Welcome to the world's best staking ecosystem. Looks pretty good to me. Now, stay tuned. We're going to get into a lot of details. Get into the chat, say hello. Yeah, if you haven't subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we've got Shane Walker in the house. Going to try and attend this. It's 2 a.m. my time when this goes on. I miss you guys, though, says Shane. Nice one, Shane. And True Blue in the house there as well. All right, fellas. Wind Moon. Well, we've got some pretty cool people on the chat. We're going to discuss everything about Axion, the future of Axion with Crypto Casino, and our special guest, which is going to blow your minds, as it always does with us. So it's going to be cool. Peace out, everybody. All right, let's pull on a Crypto Casino. Woohoo! Let's go. I'm going to go to single screen here. Bam. Hey, CC, good to see you in the house.
Good morning, Superman. Morning, guys. Hope everyone's well.
Yeah. It's great to see you, Crypto CC. Last 2 weeks ago, we had, I think, our last a collab together. Look at that T-shirt. Woo! Like the bomb. Look at that. Go large. Axion HODL. Like
my own special one, guys.
That's cool. That is so good. All right, sounds like the audio is up and running pretty nicely. And if you're watching this after the live stream, leave a comment. We will respond to that. And if you've got any feedback, I'd like to pass those on to the team. So get into that one. All right, CC, I hope you've had a good last 2 weeks. I had a lot of good feedback from some comments. They loved seeing you on the last live stream, and I really enjoyed that. So that was cool.
Yeah, no, it was really good to catch up, as always. And same as you, been working hard at it.
Yeah, very nice. Hey, look, having two people is fantastic. It's great having Superman and Crypto Casino together, but we can make it even better, CC, can't we? We can make it better. And of course, here we are. We got Andy. Woohoo! Nice, Andy in the house. Yeah. Welcome, Andy.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's good to be here.
And I love the line face there. Very, very powerful. That's definitely alpha. Hey, so everybody, we're going to have a little talk about, everything Axion, the future of Axion, a lot of different issues going on, maybe a bit of feedback there through the community, stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. We're going to cover everything Axion pretty much, and the future of Axion is the topic of the live stream. We've also only got 3 days to go for the summer stakes campaign, and of course some epic prizes. So we're going to talk all about that too. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's get into it. We're going to pull over the page here, and here we are on Axion's website. So if you haven't checked out Axion website, the links are in the video description. Axion.network. It's just amazing, and of course it's got everything that you could possibly ask for in this and that about Axion that you would want to know. Andy, if you've any comments about the website at the moment?
It's kind of, Pauline's done a brilliant job on a lot of this on the revamp. I expect there'll be further revamps and tweaks here and there, but it is, it's looking cool. It's looking professional. And that's all we could ask for it, really.
Yeah, I really like, it's got pretty much everything on it, and it's got the, get started information. It gives all the details about Axion and everything else. It's got the online calculator. This is the only website I know with an online calculator on it, which is pretty epic.
Definitely. A lot of work's gone into the website. I mean, there's just so much everything you need to know about Axion is basically on the website.
It looks so good. Like even compared to any other, like I do obviously other YouTube channels for other projects, but this is easily the best website out there project that I'm aware of. It really is amazing. So let's jump away from that. So if you want to get onto Axion and learn about it, we always suggest you do your investment due diligence. Check out all the details. We've got the headline numbers down here as well, which are pretty awesome. And also, these are updated real time, I believe. Is that right, Andy?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So they pull directly. It's pretty amazing. So so many other websites I can think of that always get stuck with these static numbers. So you won't have that problem with Axion. I wanted to get straight into the Axion Summer Stakes. because that's kind of the headline campaign at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you, well, I have got a bit of an exclusive for you. If you want me to bring that, then just let me know.
Yeah, go for gold on that. I would love it. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we like exclusives. We like exclusives.
It's kind of a second exclusive, but it was, we mentioned it basically yesterday at the AMA, but this was it. So the summer stakes are due to end on the 22nd, which is Monday, isn't it? Is it Monday? Yes. And that was going to be wrapped up and everything. And then several sort of DMs and queries came from people regarding whether they could use, whether it would be possible to use liquid Axion to actually take part.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so with that, we also have an announcement. We announced it yesterday that we Axion are going to have a partnership with Matic News, which is the official sort of arm of Polygon for news items and so forth. And they're very fussy with partnerships. So they don't take just anybody in a partnership, but they want to partner with Axion. So we're going to partner with Matic News. They're going to be preparing articles for us and building up that content there. And as part of that, and as part of it's kind of the two-stream thing, really, because people want to be able to take part in the summer stakes and use their liquid. So we're going to just extend summer stakes for 2 weeks only. So 2 weeks from the 22nd, they'll be extended just for that period, just for that window, just to allow those liquid holders to take part in summer stakes as well.
Wow. Okay, that's big news, everybody.
That's really good news. Yeah.
So let's actually have a quick look at what some of that might mean. So obviously the Axion Summer Stakes is on at the moment. It was due to wrap up the 22nd, but it's going to be extended for another 2 weeks. So what's the end date for that, Andy?
So the 20th, boy, you can ask me to look at my calendar. I'll have a quick look. No.
September something like the 8th or something.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of around the 10th, isn't it?
About that. Hey, that's what we do on this channel. We get you the answers that you need on this channel
to make those important decisions. Exactly.
Yeah.
So the 22nd would be the week up to the 29th, which would be what? The 5th of September. I make that.
Yeah.
5th of September. Yeah. So Monday, the 5th of September, Summer Stakes will end, and then probably on the Friday of that week, we'll have a live stream then to draw the winners of the competition winners for that.
Okay, cool. So you repeat that once more for those people that missed it.
Yeah. So as of the announcement on the live stream, on the AMA last night.
It was on Discord, was it?
So it was on Discord. So if you haven't seen that, then this is an exclusive for you on Superman Show. So like and subscribe and comment. But as of because of some people asking about if they could take part in summer stakes with their liquid Axion, obviously that wasn't originally planned or anything, and we're going to facilitate that. So allowing liquid holders to be able to partake. There will be an announcement with some numbers posted out to show you how you can take back, how you can actually restake and take part and earn the Phoenix NFTs as well. So we'll do that. It'll be either sometime today or definitely by Monday. But basically, you can stake your liquid. You'll be able to stake liquid and take part in the summer stakes with getting your Phoenix NFT and so forth. And with that, facilitating that it comes as well because of we are partnering, with Matic News. So Matic News is Polygon's official kind of channel now for news. And as I said, they don't partner with everybody. They're very fussy about who they have partnerships with. They want quality partnerships, and they actually want to partner with Axion. So that's a plus point all around, really, and it'll be good for us going forward. So because of those two reasons, we're going to extend the summer stakes to the 5th, allowing people to use their liquid, and then we can take advantage of that with Matic news as well, and then pushing out something.
Well, that's huge news. So two big drops there. So one with people that have got liquid Axion will be able to stake that and participate in the massive summer stakes program. So that's really huge. And the second one is that you announced a partnership yesterday. There's been no formal announcement of that yet, though, is there? Or?
It isn't a formal announcement, but it was just in the AMA at the moment.
Okay, great. So we look forward to that then. Yeah, is that coming? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And I can actually say there is, if you don't mind, there is another partnership coming that is super bullish. That's all I can say at this stage.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really, really good. So exciting for that. So we've got the Matic news coming up, and of course, what's the reach of the Matic news? Do you know?
They did quote some numbers at me, threw some numbers at me the other day, actually, but I can't remember.
Matic news is it officially part of the Matic network, like the team, the team that set that up, or
it's kind of a news outlet, really. And they are, I'd say, kind of fairly new. Sort of, I don't know how long they've been going now, but they are fairly new. But they are kind of recognized, pushing out Polygon story, Matic news stories for projects on Polygon and things. So it's gonna be a kind of a main source for Polygon, really.
So what might that in partnership involve? Are you able to leak us any of that at the stage?
Yeah, so obviously, as well as the content that will be pushed out there will be kind of AMAs. There will be possibly introductions to other potential partnerships within, the Matic News's own partnerships as well. So there'll be introductions within their Q&As and stuff. So yeah, there'll be a whole host of other opportunities.
B2B opportunities. You got some. What about onboarding campaigns? Are you able to do anything like that through them?
It could potentially, yes. It'll be anywhere really where we can have a synergy. I think we can make use of. I think definitely we can talk about things and have opportunities presented to us. Definitely.
Okay, cool. That's huge. So two great pieces of news there. Now, the one thing I was going to talk about is that the Axion Summer Stakes, if you're not familiar, I have done videos on that on this channel. Crypto Casino's done videos on his channel. And I think Axion Official may have some on their channels with the official announcements there with the Axion Summer Stakes. But basically, there are three different types. There is a minimum investment, 150. If you don't have Axion already, you get 2% Phoenix NFTs. You get one entry in the Summer Stakes draw, and you get 2% bonus that can be through the accelerator. That can be combined with the Diamond NFT if you own that, and you can buy that on OpenSea. Level 2 is Metallic Silver Phoenix NFT. It's $300 minimum staking investment. That's 3% Phoenix NFTs, and of course 2% entries in the summer draw. 3% bonus through the accelerator that can be combined with the Diamond NFT as well, so which you can buy those. Actually, I was going to have a look at those. We might have a look at that later on with the OpenSea and see how NFTs are going. What's Axion? I think it's got 9 NFTs now out there. I think 9.
Easily.
Yeah. 4% Phoenix NFTs there for the gold and metallic. That's a minimum $500 staking through the accelerator, and of course we'll have a look at that a bit later. In fact, pretty shortly actually. Four entries into Summer Stake Draw, which is pretty cool, and then a 4% bonus through the accelerator. So that's every time you go through accelerator, you get a 4% bonus, pretty nice. And then of course a Diamond NFT, you would get up to 9%, which is pretty cool, and that lasts for up to 6 months. That combination. Now the prize draw now it was going to be in 4 weeks. It was going to be on around about 22nd. That's now going to be. Did you say the 5th of September now?
5th, yeah.
Yeah. The 6th of September, yeah. So expect that to be drawn. And if you're holding liquid Axion, you can now look to participate in the prize draw as well. And the prizes are pretty nice. Look at those prizes there. First prize a 15.6 laptop HP. Second prize a 10.2-inch Apple iPad. And a third prize a Samsung 32-inch smart monitor. So very, very nice prizes as well. Now, there are a few conditions, but I'll post this in the chat as well. So if you want to check this out later on, definitely check that out. So cool. Just want to say hello to a few people in the chat as well. Obviously, possibly may have Shane Walker in there. True Blue 75. Always good to see True Blue in the house. We got obviously Adisa in there as well, or Disa, and also Leo. Good to see Leo in the house. They've been a while. Good to see Leo there too. Right, so that's the link there to the summer stakes. So get involved, check it out, do your investment due diligence, all the rest, and cool. Let's quickly check out a couple of the other blogs that you've been doing. So a lot of people want to get the latest stuff, and typically the blogs is where a lot of the latest stuff is posted.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got the Launchpad Bounty program. That's still going too. So if you want to recommend a project to the Launchpad to be reviewed, and if you're successful, you get a $250 reward there. So definitely do that. And I think that's kind of where we're up to on there. So cool. Yeah, definitely check out how to buy too. You can check out how to buy Axion. We're going to talk more about that later on. The accelerator is the main place where you can stake Axion and get all the bonuses. Plus, you get a bonus Collider NFT, which means that you could get a free investment straight out of the gate. So before you even have to wait one day, you could end up with a bonus investment there. So it's pretty nice. And of course, we've got all these staked NFTs, which is part of the Axion NFT collection. The cool thing about Axion is that they're not just GIF NFTs. They do have a fantastic graphics, but they are DeFi, decentralized finance. So they're really, really powerful in terms of savings product, amplifying your savings product. And there's lots of different types, as you can see. Pretty amazing. Look at the stuff. Honestly, there's no other project that I know of that's in the DeFi space that's as cool as this, that's for sure. So very, very nice stuff. All right, let's jump over to the Axion portal. That's where you basically stake. Let's go check that out since we're talking about the summer stakes. And of course, if you want to get involved, you click on the accelerator there. Now the link's in the video description, of course. And I always like to click on the advanced tab, and it shows you all the details. Because when you stake Axion, the Axion actually gets burned, and you actually get shares instead. So if you're familiar with that staking model, that's what Axion has, and it is on the Polygon network, second layer of Ethereum. So just remember that too. So it's got particular tokens. You can use Matic, Wrapped Ethereum, USDC, DiStable, Wrapped Bitcoin, or Chainlink, any of those tokens to invest in Axion's staking ecosystem. And of course, I'm going to choose US dollars. Actually, it's nice and simple. And I'm going to put in the minimum for the staking. Summer staking is $150, and the minimum staking period is actually 120 days. So that's your minimum for the summer staking if you want to participate in the competition for that. And of course, you get all the benefits on the right-hand side here, including the accelerated bonus, which you can see at the top. It resets every 24 hours. And basically, at the moment, you're going to have your principal $150. And then, of course, you're going to have your maturity value there as well, what you're ending up getting, which is 8% APY, obviously, for the 120 days. Is part thereof, and of course you've got your bonus there for the collider. Potentially you could win up to $620 here. You get a random collider though, so it could be anywhere below that. 1x, a 2x, a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, or a 10x. So the 10x is $620. That's $620 if you're lucky enough for that. Now somehow the Phoenix is not showing up there. I'm not quite sure why. Let me just reset that again. The Phoenix is not showing up for that one. I'm not sure. Got USDC. Yeah, got USDC. I wonder what happened there. Just reset. Let me reset that one more time. Something's not quite right there. 200, 150, 120. Sure, it's 120, right? 120 on the. Are there, Andy?
I think it is minimum 120 days, yeah.
Yeah, 120. It's funny it's not showing up the NFT there for some. It worked last time I did it. I'm not sure.
Try okay. 121.
No, I'm going to do 151 because I think it's just it's sliding my calendar. It's actually scaling the amount for some reason. Not sure why. So 150, probably just on my computer for some reason, just doing that. So $150. I've got 151 in there, but 120 days. they'll get you a standard NFT. So that's pretty much it. I think the next level was for the higher level of NFT is $300.
Yes.
We put 301 because it's doing something funny with the decimals on my system for some reason.
I could tell you what it is, Superman. USDC isn't exactly $1 at the moment.
Oh, right. Okay, there we are. Thanks for that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of that way. So USDC is obviously under
about 99.9 cents or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that caught me out, that one. All right, so 301 there. It's obviously because it's not pegged correctly at the moment, and that will give you a silver. Normally it's going to be $300 there. Nice pickup, CC, by the way. $500 will get you, it's going to be 501, isn't it? 501. 501 is the gold, and you get the 4% bonus, so that's pretty cool. Very nice. RSC. Obviously, you can stake, any length you like. That will increase all the bonuses, and that will access you to the accelerator if you do more than 350 days. I think it is. It'll get you over that amount. So cool. You can just use the scroll bar and change the length of days you want to stake, and that will impact that. So cool. You can see the accelerator statistics down the bottom, which is pretty nice. Once you do this, of course, you can just click connect your wallet and stake, which you can just connect like that and stake away and connect there. Once you do that, of course, your stake will show up on the staking tab with all the details about your portfolio. The stakes themselves will show up below. Any dividends that you get in terms of Axion will show down the bottom. And BTC dividends are coming back, aren't they, Andy?
Yes, so they were paused for a time just to build up the OTC pool. For those of you that are not familiar with that, it's just a way of taking that sell pressure away so that we can reduce that and sell internally. And so we were looking around about 25K before we would kick off the OTC pool. We're not quite halfway there at the moment. I think it's about 10,600 in there as of this morning, but we're building that pool up, and then once that pool is ready, then Bitcoin dividends will be restarted. But it's interesting that if I could just go on a second, Superman, in the sort of people have been talking about Bitcoin dividends and things, and what happens in the past and how unsustainable they are. And so conversations have been started really regarding the future. So it could come to a point where, in terms of tokenomics, that could change for the better of the token if the community wanted to go in a certain direction regarding those. So it could be a change to come in the future regarding those, but in the immediate term, the short immediate term, they'll be restarted once we hit that 25K target.
Okay, so there's the two stages to that then. So once the OTC pool gets up to 25K, then they'll restart again at the is that the old mechanism in terms of the amount per BTC? Was it back then? Was it 15% or 10% or something like that? I can't remember now.
Well, those numbers kind of may need to be amended just to accommodate whether we continue to have a smaller percentage continually going into the OTC pool as well. So we may have to play around with those percentages to get a sweet spot.
Are you guys still using some of the modeling that Pullen seemed to be using for those overall inflation dividend payout type models?
Yeah, so the models, the model itself, it only accounts for literally stake withdrawals, staking, buying, selling, and the maturity of stakes. So it doesn't really account for lots of other variables. So it was only a guide. So it's not something you can entirely pin your hopes on as being completely accurate or anything.
Sure.
But it's a guide, and what it did show is that we, with the change in the emphasis and the tokenomics a while back now, managed to get inflation completely under control, and now with the burning aspect to things as well, the burning is continually going up. So we've got a grip on all those things that would have gone out of control if left untouched. So yeah,
Yeah, I know that was pretty important to pull in. It sounds like the team is the current team is continuing with that, and looks like it is under control from that point of view. So it's quite good.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Axion sell tax, another dividend people get when people sell Axion. They get a dividend for that, for the rewards to the stakers. That's pretty cool. Now, if you do go through Accelerator, obviously your stakes will show up on the staking page, and then you'll get a bonus NFT for Collider that will show you down here. You can actually use that in the Collider, putting it in, just drag it over, and you can put that in. And the cool thing about the Collider is that you've got a 1 in 25 chance of winning a bonus investment straight on day one. And of course, you can actually impact that bonus by how long you stake as well. So it's pretty cool. The other thing, of course, is the launch pad we talked about earlier. When you're staking Axion, there's also a launch pad. And at the moment, there's also that bounty that we talked about earlier. So if you actually recommend a really good project that gets vetted and approved, then you could get up $250 for that as well, which is pretty nice as well. Now, Crypto Casino, you cover a lot of these projects on your channel where I don't often do that. You do?
Yeah, I'll try to give a little bit of a shout out to each of the projects. You know, obviously we're in a downturn market at the moment. Vabble, if anyone knows Vabble, I call it Netflix on steroids. They're bringing out their beta, I believe, beta in the next few weeks. So that's had an increase in price of about 18% since yesterday, I think.
Okay.
Luxy's doing Luxy's thing. Wolf season 2's coming out. Legion,
okay.
I've only just invested a little bit in Legion, and I haven't actually covered Legion, to be honest. Securitants, as you all know, that's the KYC one. They're very professional. They are. They actually done my KYC.
KYC button up at the top right here. Yep.
Yeah, you know, and then obviously Direwolf and Sleep Sloth, they're more like just memes, guys, you know, so they're out there.
Yeah. All right, very cool.
Actually, just touching base on it, sorry, Dead Poet did mention last night, I believe, and when it, that we're actually getting projects coming to us now, instead of us having to go out there trying to find the projects. We're actually getting projects that are sort of coming to us.
That's right.
We do our due diligence in it, vetting them and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. We've got an application form on the website for projects. So we do get projects actually submitting their information, but I can divulge another exclusive. That,
wow! Oh my god! The full screen. We got a full screen. This is so good. Here we go.
Don't tell the rest of them that I'm telling you.
Number 3 drop bomb here today.
Let's hope the core team not listening. But the launch element is going to be quite significant with a potential partner that we're about 95-98% certain is going to come off. And it's going to be very significant. And I can't say any more than that just now, but they want us to be their launch partner. And it's a very, very decent project, which will be, and I mean, their socials are very, very large,
right?
Which is going to be a very, very big partnership for Axion, and we're almost clear on that. We'll be in discussions next week with it as well, and hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to announce that. But the launch pad is going to be significant. That's
fantastic. That's really, really cool. Hey, CC's back. Hey, cool.
Yeah, the camera keeps playing up, so sometimes it goes on and off. Or if I have a cigarette, that's when I'll turn it off, because you shouldn't smoke, guys.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Andy, that is huge news. So there's 3 big, nice big alpha drops there today for everybody. I'd expected nothing. I had not queued anything up today, Andy. I knew nothing about what you're saying today, so that was pretty cool.
We always give away little exclusives, isn't it?
Yeah, we do.
CCC is always doing exclusives, I must say. Yeah. Jonathan's in the house. Yo, good to see you, Jonathan. Always great to see Jonathan in the house there. So a big welcome to everybody, of course. And way to go. So, one of the cool things, you got just dropped us 3 great pieces of news there, Andy. So the Axion team is just relentless, just keeps pushing forward, building out the future of Axion, which is the title of the video. That's really, really cool. Now, and all those things are the best things, constructively building out the future of Axion is, where Axion will become a success. And of course, it's a long life project. People stake for a long time. and it's a long build, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of took this kind of strategy really when we hit the, not just when we hit the bear market, but as I've said in the past, that so projects were taking kind of an either or attitude. They were either going to batten down the hatches and just hope to survive the bear market and come out of it, or some were actually progressing forward with things in the bear market to come out of it in better shape. So, and that's the attitude we took, even though kind of in this difficult time there's not a lot of money about. Even though the circumstances were not brilliant for forging ahead with development and ideas and initiatives, that was the attitude we took. So we've been trying to be clever with our marketing and cost effective, and still working on developments for the system. I mean, the OTC pool itself, for instance, we're kind of thinking about, I don't know whether I should say this or not. Maybe I should say it may come off, may not, but hoping to kind of utilize the OTC pool in a clever way as well, is all I can say at the moment. So cool. not just a big fund that you want to sell, you sell, and that's it. We're hoping to do something really cool there. Yeah, so we're pushing forward with ideas continually. The community have been brilliant. They post in the relevant Discord channels and DMs about ideas and things. And like I said last night at the AMA, it doesn't mean to say that your idea will get picked up straight away and we'll run with it. It's kind of like it'll come into our consciousness, and maybe somebody else will suggest, and we'll think, hang on, is there something there as well? Or we may have to tweak it, or it may come further down the line as part of something else. The time might not be right now, but all these ideas that are coming through are being taken note of. And some of them are non-runners and non-starters for A, B, or C reasons. But there's a lot of good ideas coming through, and that is then fueling what we actually do and develop.
That's great. So if you're out in the community, maybe you've had some ideas or things, the way you can contribute, the team has got open ears there. So definitely get into Discord and Telegram, give them your constructive ideas. And if it fits in with the roadmap, they'll be able to, think about that in that context. So exciting. Very cool. Liking it, Andy. Liking it a lot. All right. So let's jump over to some of the announcements on Discord. And let's have a look at some of the things that have happened recently. We've had Axion has migrated its liquidity. I mean, that's a big move, right? So it's a big move. Yeah. And now the team had been wanting to do that for a while. And so what's some of the rationale around why it was done now? Andy, are you able to answer that?
Yeah, well, there was, we were kind of, we were not in two camps about it. I think we've always known for a long time, if we're a staking platform, 15-year staking platform minimum, then it is much better to be tied to a stable than to a crypto that is volatile. So I think many people within the community saw that, and then it was just all about timing, really. Then when do we do that? Because there's kind of like ETH could potentially be into some, well, it will be into some bullish areas very soon, as we know. And there was that kind of element to it. But then there's also the what everything is going on in the world economies right now is having an impact. There's all sorts of difficulties in world economies, and that's going to have a knock-on effect in crypto as well. And so the many people out there, experts out there, are pointing to the fact that crypto is going to take a hit at some point. When that is, it could be very, very soon, but probably before the end of the year, it's going to hit a downward spiral, which is an opportunity to get in. So not financial advice, but keep some in stable, ready to pick up some bargains. And so it was just a trade-off, really. if that is going to happen, we didn't want to be playing time in the market or anything and trying to kind of, pick that point of when is going to be optimal for us. We thought, well, ultimately, the kind of medium-term prediction is crypto is going to take a bash in, which would definitely lower our liquidity value. So let's take this opportunity now to just cash our chips in, get into a stable, and then we can just build from that stable. Then we can add to our liquidity, and we will be another exclusive coming up.
Oh, really? Fourth alpha bomb in the one session.
Okay, camera back on. Every time Andy does an exclusive,
There we go, Andy. We got full screens for you.
Should I say this or not? I don't know. Right, if if I'd be downgraded to a moderator next week,
Andy, just one moment.
As
long as what you're saying is not going to give certain players advantages, that's fine.
No. So there will be, with this second partnership coming up that hasn't been announced yet, all being well, there will be some cool things regarding liquidity and staking pools involved. So I'll just leave it there. But
I like where you're hitting. That teaser is a nice teaser. That was probably part of one of my questions I was going to ask you. So very nice. Well, we'll leave it there. A little teaser there. Very nice. So I noticed that when we did migrate, we've done it pre the ETH merge, which is expected on the 15th September. And this was on the 29th of July. Any rationale behind that?
Sorry, didn't catch that, Superman.
We've done the, moving from Axion ETH pair, wrapped ETH pair to USDC prior to the Ethereum merge, which is coming up on the 15th of September.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was two voices really saying, look, ETH is just going to pump big time. And then I think the majority of the weight of the argument really was, that is likely, but ultimately it is also going to tank at some point. That is what a lot of people think. And there is a possibility or a likelihood of us, when ETH does tank, if it does tank, of us buying ETH, obviously, and making use of that, because ultimately, one of the strongest projects in crypto is Ethereum.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. All right, very cool. Now, you also added 10K to the liquidity pair. So we're just going to jump over to the Axion price now. I've got the Bollinger Bands. Now, this yellow line is the 29th of July, so this is when you did it. And look how it's flattened out since then. It's interesting. And the Bollinger Bands are really tight now. Look at what they were like before. So that's definitely changed some of the behavior in the pool there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We kind of we don't seem to be going any lower, really. We've hit this kind of plateau now, and hopefully we can build off this. And let's face it, a lot of cryptocurrencies are taking an absolute bashing right now. So yeah, it's looking okay.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good compared to the market there. So interesting. It's definitely changed the profile there, and it's 100% decorrelated in the essence from there. So really, demand for Axion is going to be driven by the product offerings and the supply and demand factors. So cool, very cool. Now, obviously, we're currently at 401230. So that's kind of where we are at this stage in terms of US cents. If you're looking out there, looking to pick some Axion, there is the chart, and of course, you can jump into the chat there if you want to find out more. Obviously, on the website, there's how to buy, so you can click on how to buy. If you click that, you will get buy Axion directly from your SushiSwap, or buy up with up to 20% discount and accelerator. So that's, if you're going to be staking for a decent length of time, that's definitely the way to go. You're going to get all those benefits. Now, in terms of buying and selling, Axion does have at least for selling a certain tax. What's that at the moment, Andy?
10%.
10%. Yeah. And but no buy tax, right?
No buy tax at the moment. And even with the sell tax, what will happen is that, I mean, you need to use 11% slippage if you're selling with Sushi Swap, or use an aggregator like 1inch. But even with the sell tax, eventually when the OTC pool opens up shortly, investors will be able to sell their Axion without any tax within the OTC pool. And so also what may happen at some point is there may be some sort of gamification involved with buy-in as well. So we'll just see how that goes.
Okay, cool. So so currently 10% sell tax, but under review. Is that what you're saying in terms of how you might use it to add value to the ecosystem? Is that kind of where we're...
Yeah, so 10% sell tax at the moment, but when the OTC pool is open, you'll be able to sell for 0 tax, but there may be some gamification employed within that as well that can benefit the system.
Well, that's fantastic. And that may, the OTC pool may integrate into some of the other little teaser you gave us with the pools and the staking. Is that any integration there, or is that separate?
It probably won't integrate, but watch this space. Okay,
cool. So out of the 10% sales tax, how much goes back to the stakers as dividends if they're staked Axion? Because if we go to stakes there, we've got the sales tax there. Is that currently 5%? Is that what it is?
CC, do you remember, CC, what it is?
No.
Is it 5%? Half of it, and then the other half goes to the OTC. Is that what's happening?
No, no, I don't think it's.
It is divided up. There's a couple of percent. Yeah, it's divided up.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll find out more about that later on. I'll try and get the details out. All right, cool. So nice one. I think we've covered the price and, of course, the dividends and everything else. Looks pretty good. And of course, there's the how to buy. You can find that on Axion if you want to check that out, everybody, if you're watching this. And of course, there's heaps of information on here. If you have any further questions, of course, there's a support tab, and of course, get into Discord and Telegram as well. So it's well worth doing. All right, let's jump back here. We've got a couple other announcements too that came out recently. I think we had the hashtag TR9 meme tournament winners. That went pretty well, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, like Disa, I think, is in main chat at the moment, and she won several of the competitions involved in TR9. Disa, that's right, and I hope you spent your winnings on something nice or staked.
Disa's
But yeah, Disa has been a big supporter of pushing that as part of the Gorillas as well, but she did well out of it as well. Yeah, and that's went well. That kind of. I think we've learned lessons from it, to be honest. To be fairly honest, I think it probably was too long a period to run this, and it was a bit of an admin headache. But in terms of our social goals, then yes, it did give us the #1 spot for social engagement, which was pushed out. So we did get that exposure out on social media.
That's fantastic. So some nice prizes there for Nina Hands there, Axion Ledger, 5 million Galaxy stake and a 200 Axion merch. So very cool. We've got some finals between Lao Lang as well, which is interesting. Good one, Lan Lang out there. Yeah. I love these marketing updates, by the way. It's so good to get these market updates from the team. So big shout out for that. I've covered videos on all these, by the way, if you want to check those out on Axion Token channel. Obviously, we've got the Summer Stakes campaign on at the moment, so it benefits you if you do invest in Axion into the certificate deposits. You can get access to those too. And there was a big update here from Metal, just outlining some issues that have been raised. So it was cool. We jumped through all that. I have done a video on that too. Now, one of the issues here was the team. So the team has changed over. We had people like Pullen and Dead Poet and stuff around. Are any of those people still around in the current team? Who's the current team made up at the moment?
Yeah, so we made an announcement last night as well that Metal James was coming from the advisory council into the core team. So James has been doing a lot within Axion, and so wanted to just recognize that. He's been doing a great job.
I can see it on the top here, over there on the course.
Yes, and Pullen sort of had some family issues for a while, really. So he's kind of stepped back into an advisory role. So we're just giving him some space, really, while he, handles some of those things. But
Nice.
but the beauty of the structure is that if things like this do happen and will happen, let's face it, across 15 years, there may be several iterations of a core team right across the 15-year span, for instance. So, but those positions then are interchangeable, and so people can come in and can leave. Whereas if you had just one person as a focus of everything, if something happens to them, then quite likely or possibly the project could kind of take a big dive. But so we can replace these, and these replacements come from the community. So they're the guys that have stepped up and shown willingness to work to help the token, and they get rewarded by being brought into the team and helping that team in an official way then. So that's where we are team-wise at the moment.
That's fantastic. So the core team is Metal, Andy, T-Dells is in there.
T-Dells is he's not a core team member.
He's a contractor, is he not?
Yes. Yeah. So he's on a container.
He's, so who else is in the core team other than you and Andy and Metal?
Yeah, so Dead Poet, there's McMarty, and there's Destroyer.
Right. Okay, great.
So Delhi's on a retainer, and so he advises, and any work that needs to be done dev-wise, he gets to do that. So we would like to, at some stage, to expand that, so we have dedicated development. But at this particular time, we're fine with what we have.
Yeah, so in the core advisor team, so you've got still got Pullen there, but dealing with some issues. You got still got Jabin and Jojo still there.
So Jabin is an advisor. Jojo, haven't heard from Jojo for a long time, but he's still under the advisorship, but not to the core team. So, but Jabin definitely is still on board with things.
And the moderators, got Irma in there. Anyone else?
Yeah, Fisto is a moderator. We've had several leave over the last sort of 6 months or so. Eskimo for illness reasons, personal reasons for his illness and things that he's going through right now. So Eski, if you are listening, wish you the best there, and God bless, and hope that you can recover and come back on board. Adarina has left to pursue her own business interests, so she's involved with an e-commerce store selling goods, and she wants to expand that, so she's concentrating on that. ActiFed, I think he pretty much started working again and didn't have the time really to put in. So we've lost several, but we're hoping some will step up as well. But Fisto is a very, very useful and capable person that has come in and helps both projects actually. So so this team will be expanded as well as time goes on.
Social media, so still holding Friday nights? Do you still do Friday nights on Telegram?
Yeah, so Friday nights we do Axion Friday. Crypto Casino, do you want to mention any of that?
Just congratulations to Tolga yesterday for winning $200 yesterday, because the Axion Friday show on Telegram, 4 p.m. UTC, 5 p.m. British Standard Time. And it's great fun, guys. Yeah, each week it's a $100 giveaway. I never win it because Andy always chooses music questions. So that's good fun. Just quickly going back to the sell tax is 5% burn, 5% goes back in Axion dividends. And the where was I? The wrapped Bitcoin dividends, we voted on option A for that, guys. While we've got it paused at the moment. And going by what it says on here, option A is 65% of it is buybacks. This is obviously through the accelerator. 20% goes to the OTC pool, and 15% to the foundation, and no dividends from this part. But on the sell tax, 5% goes back in dividends and 5% is burnt.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Champion. All right, cool. So, yeah, the other thing is, I think that was pretty much it on that list. So we're just going to go back to the coming up here. So let's have a look through. So that was kind of the latest updates in the announcements, which was really cool. I just quickly want to jump to the Twitter. We got the Twitter out. Obviously, Axion's Twitter is pretty cool. I mean, 6,500 followers on there. It's looking pretty nice. And any upcoming campaigns for Twitter, since it seems to be a key social network place for onboarding people?
Well, the TR9 was the last campaign, which was with the Twitter reboot. I think there's some lessons to learn on how we go about doing that again. There's not an immediate Twitter campaign coming up, but we're, the Matic News partnership is going to be kicking off soon. So we're going to start pushing out stuff there. But there's always ideas and stuff that are in the pipeline. And it's just kind of handling that with the marketing budget. So, what we can do, we will do when we're pushing out stuff. I'm just trying to think. There's something on the top of my head that I was going to mention about that, but it escapes me at the moment regarding what's coming next in the initiatives. But I would like to do something. We haven't kind of nailed down this or anything yet, but I would like to do something to celebrate our anniversary of the launch. So possibly something around November there. I think it would be a nice time to do something marketing wise. So and an initiative. So just watch the space for this one as well.
Okay, great. That's awesome. All right, so that's Axion. If you haven't followed Axion on Twitter, definitely follow, and feel free to retweet. And of course, the power of the community is ultimate with these things. Pretty cool. I think that was kind of where I was up to. Social media and marketing. You're gonna have probably a few announcements coming out pretty shortly, based on some of the alpha drops today. And so, yeah, definitely. If you haven't gone into Discord or Telegram, maybe you've been and staking Axion for a while, then definitely get re-engaged, get in there and contribute constructively. Get in there. The team loves it. And the more the merrier. So definitely get involved. Do you like your spaceship there? Do you like your spaceship that I put on there? There is a spaceship. More the merrier. So definitely get involved. Do you like your spaceship there? I ended up accidentally pushing that on there.
It's awesome, mate, awesome.
Like that. That's the future there. That's the future. I like it, CC.
Flying to the moon.
It looks like we got Nico in the house. Hey guys, good to see you, Nico. Hey, CC. That must be fun. Now, CC, you just did a video recently, didn't you? Up here as well. So people should definitely check that out. Let's have a look down the bottom here. I think it was up early here.
Yeah, it was more or less just going over a few bits of Axion and stuff, and obviously mentioning yesterday's Axion Friday show and obviously your show today.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was just trying to find it. Man, it's been a lot of comments. It's that one. So trying to find here.
This was the town hall last night. See, this is
commenting.
This is how important it is when we do something like that. A town hall, everyone gets together, and then all of a sudden, Discord blows up. Telegram also. So like yesterday, when we do the Axion Friday show, all of a sudden, within 15-20 minutes, the Telegram starts blowing up. So they are like with what we're hopefully doing now with Matic News. This is going to onboard new investors as well. So I think we've got exciting times ahead. Personally speaking, I think Axion's doing the right thing. We've got to watch the marketing budget because it's not endless of funds. And obviously, the most important thing, if we was in a bull market now, then yes, let's get out there, let's market, let's advertise, let's blow some of the funds. But we would just be throwing money down the drain at the moment with what we've got in what I call an uncertain market. So I think we're being sensible, treading carefully to make sure that we are here for 15 years plus,
Yeah. That's a good point there, CC. Now, Andy, with regards to onboarding, is there a couple of comments you'd like to make around about that in terms of growing the Axion community? Like maybe just summing up a few points that we've made.
In terms of onboarding new investors, you mean?
Yeah, just growing the community, onboarding new investors, things like that.
Yeah, so obviously community initiatives for one, internally, it's time and time again it comes up. Communication is key, and I think you, as you said, you've did a video on Metal's announcement the other day about some issues that were kind of some of the community didn't seem to think had been dealt with. So the announcement was pushed out, and last night, in fact, we invited sort of questions, but none of them came in on audio to kind of mention anything really. So hopefully those questions have been put to bed. I think there is a different ethos between the previous teams and the team we've got now, and in terms of how we deal with certain things. So there is a difference, I think, between or how questions were perceived previously were all just anything that hinted at negativity was kind of labeled FUD, I think. And I think that's how the community saw it. And so there were some people I kind of disengaged with Axion and a little bit sort of frustrated that their questions weren't being addressed. And so I think that there was that undercurrent. So this was put out there to just sort of hopefully clean the slate and provide people with an opportunity to come back who have been banned from the Axion community for their past behaviors. So I think that is showing the community that we are listening and that we do want to engage with people and do want to answer questions. And with that said, in fact, and that engagement with the community, we are going to be creating a channel on Discord that is for honest questions, so that we don't just fill up the general chat with sort of these sorts of things. And when new investors come in, it's not a very nice area to come in the midst of some tricky questions. So there's going to be a new channel.
It confuses them,
yeah. So there's going to be a new channel on the Discord which will allow people to ask those honest questions. And I think the guys that were a little unsettled previously, I think they have appreciated what's going on recently, and the olive branch that's been held out, saying, look guys, if you want to support the token, we need you guys to come in and support the token. And Crypto Casino last night really summed it up brilliantly, I thought, in his own way, with the fact that we're largely a community token, and the community token has to be pushed by the community. It can't just be left to Superman and Crypto Casino to do it all on their own. These tokens that are very successful, that have virtually nothing in comparison to Axion in terms of what they can offer, and yet their community pushes their token, supports it, and I think doing what Crypto Casino said, everybody getting engaged in kind of support in their investment, their token, is the way to see that development. So I think part of the process then, Superman, to answer your question, really, I'm coming full circle, is really, yes, looking after the people that we've already got within the system and improving communication there, getting them to be ambassadors and advocates for the token. And yeah, for sure, with our partnerships and creating extra synergies, we're going to be looking at bringing in other communities. This one particular partnership, that hopefully that should come off, and if that does, I mean, I think it's the Twitter account. They have, I think it is over 250,000 followers on Twitter. Telegram is about 30,000. So they've got some big socials that we can tap into and create some good synergies and more eyes on Axion.
That's fantastic, and it really is encouraging. I love the approach. And yeah, like I say, it is really a community-led project. So I'd agree with that. What's our favorite phrase? Team-led, community-driven, something like that. I think it's perfect balance between what the Axion's about. Now we're coming up to an hour, so we're probably going to wrap it up here. Just wanted to talk about a few socials here. So if you want to find out more information, definitely check out the Axion website. Now the link's in the video description. Definitely get into Discord as well. So definitely get into Discord and get into the chat, and of course Telegram as well. Links in the video description as well. Or jump over to, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, of course you're new, definitely subscribe. And of course, you can see there's lots of great videos and recent uploads about many of the topics, Axion strategy, Axion updates, everything like that. So definitely check that out. And of course, don't forget to jump over to the channels tab, and you'll be able to find Crypto Casino and Axion Official, which I presume Andy is involved with there, running with the Axion team. And subscribe to both of them as well, and you can get lots more information from both of those YouTubers who are currently on the channel at the moment. There we are, Andy. I just called you a YouTuber. How about that? You like that? All right, cool. So definitely check it out, folks. And the last thing I was going to say is that the Axion summer stakes campaign is on at the moment. It's just going to be extended, so definitely check that out on the website there under news /blogs. So check that one. We're very cool.
So just sorry guys, so Andy, just to clarify that, because I did you cut off a little bit for me earlier. So with the summer stakes, as of Monday, investors can use their liquid Axion. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So they'll be extended beyond Monday. And you'll be able to use liquid Axion to take part in some mistakes. But we'll have the full details about what's on offer, very, very soon.
Awesome stuff.
We'll look forward to the upcoming announcements, Andy. And rock on. Hey, look, it's been absolutely awesome to have you on, Andy. Really has been good.
It's been good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's first time, if I think rightly about that. So it's great. And Crypto Casino, great as always. Our second collab, at least. Maybe we've done 3, but it's probably our second official one. But great to see CC on as well. Looking forward to it. Hey, thanks to everybody for all the comments in the chat there. I think we got up to quite a few people watching, and of course, many others will watch after the live stream. So leave your comments afterwards as well. You're going to see more about Axion from both Crypto Casino and myself, and of course, Andy Wales and the Axion team. But definitely get into the community there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, we're going to wrap it up. And don't forget to see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Take care, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks, man.